Welcome to Hollywood, where the drama doesn't stop when the cameras do. In recent years, the entertainment industry's glamorous image has started to crack. Studios are struggling, streaming platforms are losing money, and actors and creators are caught in the chaos. But few stories are as intense or gripping as the ongoing conflict between Robert De Niro and Warner Brothers. Things escalated even further when Bill Maher publicly called out De Niro, adding more fuel to their already heated feud.
Is Trump winning? I mean, the New York Times poll this week came out, and maybe this will change it with the State of the Union address, but Trump was beating him rather soundly.
The guy is a total monster. And anybody, I don't understand it. I guess they get behind that kind of logic. They want to with people, screw them, because they're unhappy about something. He's such a mean, nasty, hateful person. I'd never play him as an actor because he's...
If you're just catching up, Robert De Niro, the legendary actor known for iconic roles in The Godfather Part 2, Raging Bull, and Goodfellas, has been dropped from two major Warner Brothers films. Both movies were set to feature De Niro in his signature mob boss role, a part he could play with ease, and the combined paycheck was a staggering $40 million. But now, those projects are on hold, and De Niro has gone from leading man to legal adversary, claiming he was unfairly fired due to his political beliefs. At first, the situation seemed straightforward. Warner Brothers had cast De Niro in two powerful roles that perfectly matched his intense, commanding screen presence. With a $40 million investment, the studio clearly counted on his star power to pack theaters. But, as often happens in Hollywood, things unraveled fast. Warner Brothers abruptly cut ties with De Niro, pulling him from both films. For an actor of his caliber, this was a massive shakeup. People quickly speculated. Was it a contract dispute? Creative clashes? The truth, however, was more complex. The director of one project claimed the firing was politically driven, suggesting Warner Brothers caved to outside pressure from public figures and organizations who opposed De Niro's outspoken...
I don't understand why people are not taking him seriously, because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people seriously. I think Hitler, Mussolini, they're fools and clowns. Well, there will be, and I hear it, there's some people, I mean, who think that this guy is going to do exactly what he says he's going to do.
Right.
He's done it already. If he gets elected, it's going to change this country.
De Niro has never shied away from speaking his mind, and his bold opinions on political and social issues have earned him both loyal supporters and vocal critics. He claims that his outspokenness cost him his roles, but Warner Brothers tells a different story. According to studio insiders, the decision to part ways wasn't simply about De Niro's political beliefs. It was about how he expressed them. Sources say he made a series of controversial comments that upset large portions of the public, leaving Warner Brothers feeling they had to cut ties to protect their brand.
I really worry that if he were to win again, and I'm not saying this like it's such a far-fetched notion, if he were to win again, that he would not give up power?
You know he won't. You know he won't. He even said it. He's never going to give it up. And anybody who deludes themselves in thinking that he is, shame on you.
You have compared the Trump family to a gangster family, which is something coming from you. What do you mean?
They are. Well, because he thinks he's a gangster.
In this segment, Robert De Niro explores the complexities of political power and shares his concerns about how it can be misused. He makes bold comparisons between powerful political families and classic mob dynasties, openly sharing his unfiltered thoughts on leadership and authority.
I don't think that gangsters in that world would think much of him, because there's honor among thieves. There's honor in anything. If you don't keep your word and do the right thing with people, no matter what profession you're in, you are going to get ostracized.
Robert De Niro has never been one to mince words, and his fiery commentary on political and social issues has garnered both admiration and criticism. Now he asserts that his outspoken opinions have cost him his roles, while Warner Brothers presents a different, more dramatic narrative, according to insiders at the studio. The decision to dismiss De Niro wasn't rooted in his political beliefs, but rather in the manner he expressed them. The actor is said to have made a series of inflammatory remarks that offended large segments of the public, prompting Warner Brothers executives, including CEO David Zaz, to take decisive action in today's hypersensitive media landscape, making matters worse. Dario was allegedly demanding a substantial pay increase, seeking $60 million for the two projects along with higher residuals. Warner Brothers was already concerned about the film's budgets, and De Niro's financial demands only intensified the tension as conflicts escalated. WB decided to sever ties with the legendary actor, a move that sparked an even larger controversy. Unwilling to accept the dismissal, quietly, Dario is preparing for a legal battle that promises to be as intense as any courtroom drama he has ever portrayed on screen. He is suing Warner Brothers and CEO David Zaslav, claiming that his firing was politically motivated. Dario alleges that the studio succumbed to pressure from groups opposing his views and deliberately sabotaged his career by removing him from the projects. In his lawsuit, he seeks damages for the $40 million he was set to earn, though many legal experts and industry insiders view his case as weak, suggesting it may be more of a public relations maneuver than a legitimate legal challenge. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers maintains that the termination was solely due to Dow's controversial behavior and the professional risks it posed, not his political stance if the legal battle isn't dramatic enough. Dario is also launching a PR offensive. The actor has lined up appearances on podcasts, radio shows, and talk shows, including The Howard Stern Show, to tell his side of the story. He aims to portray himself as a victim of corporate censorship in an industry that no longer tolerates. Dissenting opinions expect passionate monologues, sharp critiques, and emotional appeals, as Dario takes his fight to the public eye. However, while Dario is mobilizing his supporters, Warner Brothers is grappling with the fallout. The two mob boss films he was set to star in are now in serious jeopardy, one facing major budget cuts and the other at risk of being canceled entirely. Replacing a living legend like Dario is proving to be an enormous challenge for the studio, which is struggling to salvage its investment. Additionally, Dow's former co-stars have been instructed by their agents and managers to distance themselves from him, a typical Hollywood response when an actor's reputation is under scrutiny. This isolation only adds to Dow's frustration and sense of betrayal. Dow's clash with Warner Brothers is more than a personal dispute. It reflects the broader challenges facing Hollywood today. The entertainment industry is undergoing significant changes, with streaming platforms disrupting traditional business models. Public opinion wields unprecedented influence, and studios are navigating a landscape fraught with potential controversies. In this environment, even A-list stars like Dario are not immune to the repercussions of their actions for Warner Brothers. The decision to part ways with Dario may have been necessary to mitigate professional risks, but it also underscores the delicate balance studios must maintain between creative freedom, public relations, and financial stability. Competitors like Disney are also feeling the pressure, highlighting how high the stakes have become in the battle for dominance in the entertainment world. As for Robert De Niro, his future in Hollywood hangs in the balance. The legal showdown with Warner Brothers could extend for months, if not years, and the impact on his reputation might take even longer to mend. Known for his resilience and determination, Dario is unlikely to back down easily. Whether he's embodying a mob boss or challenging a billion-dollar studio, he's always prepared for a fight. One thing is certain, this saga is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be just as dramatic, messy, and utterly captivating as the one.